Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Saturday, December the 10th, around 5:30 p.m., and we're going to go with a weekly technical video today. Guys, technically, after doing the weekend out day, we don't see any change on the market other than that the proposal B-way and risk is still taking place, and the idea that the wave can be over or it has another leg of extension. Like I say, after doing the out day, we drawing that the idea that the wave should extend to the downside, and that most of the pairs they're gonna see a minor recovery, or they're seeing the recovery already before those pairs they're gonna get into another continuation in the weakness of in the strength of the risk of the weakness of the dollar. Now, this is the US dollar in the 8-hour chart. This is what we are expecting, a move to 77.22. Now, the question that I'm trying to pose to you guys is if this B-way already done. Now, for that, we need to drop a little bit into the 1-hour chart in a dollar, but I want you guys to understand that this is what we are proposing, a recovery, in other words, a selling of the dollar until it reach 72.20, 76.63, or 76 area before bouncing higher again. Now, let's take a look to this area right now. For that, let's go to the dollar in a 1 hour. And this is what we got. What we got is, like we mentioned over and over again over the last week, we got 5 ways and another 5 ways. So technically you have a 3-way move altogether from here to here. So this can take 2 ways. Now, the first leg is that the move is down, but what we got, this move right here is not a 5-way move. It's a 3-way move. So that opened the door to this count that you guys see here, what it is, ABZ, to test again 78.20 area support, this, and this, and bouncing in 3 ways back to around the 78.28 area before going lower. Now, I want to make the point that this move right here is in 3-way corrective. This one was a regular 535 move, and this one do not need to be a 531 move. It can take another form, but most likely this is what's going to take place, and then there's going to be a continuation of a strength within the dollar before the weakness. Now, this is another scenario that right here, the low we have on Thursday, the high we have on Thursday, Friday is S, and then we already have the A, and then the dollar is going to make another high coming on Sunday to create here the B-way before going lower. Now, if that being the case, it's kind of too short B-way here or S-way, but well, only time will tell. And that being the case, I think that the dollar can get out to 79.50. But don't get surprised, we're favoring the scenario when the dollar is going to make this low in 3 and then another 3 that is going to take it to the 79.20, 79.40 area before another round of set out. That's for the dollar. Now, copper, which we cover, copper, which we cover a lot within the overview, is showing this path. This is the 8-hour chart in copper, and like we've been saying all over, until you see copper reach the $4, you should not be able to say that the correction is over. Now, you have the same question with copper. Is this all we're going to get on the B, or the B is going to get a little deeper? With that in mind, let's take a look to the 1-hour structure in copper. Let's go down a little bit, and then let's see what we have. We have 2 ways to look at copper. This is the high, this is the end of 5 ways. What you can have from there, you can say that you have 3 ways onto here, 3 backs, and then you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make the case that it did a flat B way. Now, this is a 3-way move so far to the top, so you can make it that way, or you can make it the case that it is A, B, C, W, A, B, C, and this is Y, which become W or higher degree, 3 backs, and then 3 more lowers. It can be completed here and then nesting higher, or this is W, S, and we're going to get another test to the downside. That's when it comes to copper. All right? Now, let's move on to some individual pairs. Into some individual pairs, let's take a look at the euro dollar, the most popular of. No change at all. Still, we're seeing this as the idea that we're going to get another move higher in risk. Now, the question is, if the move comes from this low at 37.80, or this move is going to make another try of the low, or even make a new low in a way of a flat. Now, for that, all I want you guys to understand is that we are favoring the risk on trade as of right now. Now, let's move on to the 1 hour, and I can explain to you guys what do we see into the 1 hour trade. Into the 1 hour trade, what do we see is this. We got a proposal, either 3-way move here, and then we have A, B, C, W, A, B, Z, S, A, B, Z, Y. Now, this move is in 3-way. Because that move is in 3-way, we're favoring the idea that the euro is going to open on Sunday, test 134, and then from there, the euro is going to drop back to 132.54, and then from there, the euro should rally. Now, we are pretty close, if you guys see, we are pretty close to the lows in the euro. And we are expecting possible a rally within the dollar to 79.20. This is 79 in the euro. So possible a 79.20, 79.40 rally in the dollar is going to take the euro and break the low. But it's going to be like a flat, in my opinion. At this stage, I need to go and say that it looks like it's going to be a type of flat structure when we're going to see the rally, but do not necessarily need to respect the low in the euro, right? Now, but eventually a rally in 3 ways or even a rally in 5 ways is come very soon, due to the fact that this can be labeled, in some cases, this can be labeled as a 5-way move if you want to. I don't like it, but it's possible. Now, when you say 1, 2, 3, a flat 4, 5, with a triangle 4 right here, 3 backs, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So technically, the euro should trade if it's a 3-way to an area between 136.18, 137.20. If it's going to become a 5, then the euro can get some legs to the outside. Now, the S&P cash. You have the same question around the market. If this is O or this is WS and 3 backs. The move here, it looks very questionable to be a 5-way move. Let me put the RSI. There is no divergency. That's why we're going with the idea that we're going to get another leg on US dollar strength before going higher. Now, let's take a look pretty fast, because, we're going to have the seminar tomorrow about the metal pairs. Let's start with the Aussie. We're still favoring discount, which is calling for this move to be a 3-way move onto here, and then a flat here. But looking around the market, don't get surprised to see this. 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 and a 5. There is divergency in that high there. And it is possible that the whole A or 1 ended here, and that from there we're going to get, this is the first leg, and then we're going to get 3 baht here and lower to around 99, and then from there it comes the rally. Everything depends on what we're seeing into the S&P cash. Now let's take a look at the dollar CAD. Look, the dollar CAD is proving that you have extension in the middle. So technically you have a 5-way subdivision, right? Our best counts goes like 5 ways ended here, and then you have 3, a flat B, and another 5. Now, this is a 5 in the dollar CAD. This is a 5 in the dollar CAD. You can label this a 5 in the dollar CAD, and even you can label this a 5 in the dollar CAD. Now, which way you can get it? You say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You incorporate all the 5s, and then this is a flat when you have a B-way flat. That's what we like. This move is calling for the move to start getting led from current levels to against the dollar. So, like I say, it's a toss. Is either in favor of the dollar or another, and in favor of the dollar with another leg, or risk off, or the risk trade is going to start rolling from current levels. So that's what we see for at the beginning of the week. Tomorrow in the seminar, we're going to cover a little deeper. Thank you, guys.